It's Monday, January 7, and time for your Barbados Today Morning News Update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. We begin with news that the lifeless body of a man who appeared to be in his 30s was pulled out of the careenage yesterday. Barbados Today understands a passerby saw the body floating in the water near the Fairchild Street terminal around 5 p.m. Police and Defense Force personnel took the body, clad only in green short pants, out of the water. Police investigations into the discovery are continuing. Lawmen are also probing the circumstances surrounding the death of a 23-year-old woman of Husbands Heights, St. James. Lawmen say Gabrielle Brace was found in her bedroom around 5:53 p.m. on Saturday with a rope around her neck hanging from a post attached to a bed. She was taken to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital by ambulance, where she was pronounced dead on arrival. In other news, Education Minister Santia Bradshaw says she has high expectations for Ross University School of Medicine in Barbados. She, however, tempered her well wishes with a caution as she pointed to the high standards expected, saying that her government would hold the university to account. She made the comments at the university's official opening at the Lloyd Erskine Sandiford Center over the weekend.
The CEO referred to this particular initiative as an investment in the future, and I could not agree with her more. Our future and your future is now meshed in a pursuit of high ideals and medical successes for students and faculty working together. However, let me temper my welcome and well wishes with a caution. In Barbados, we continue to strive to improve our standards of excellence in systems, accreditation, and expectations. We've come to expect excellence not only for performance in the classroom, but in the character of those who operate within our boundaries. We will hold you to account, as we expect you to do the same with us, and our commitments to you as we strive together to achieve the benchmarks which we have both set for ourselves. You are also about to devote an enormous amount of resources, energy, and time to producing doctors, and most of your students will complete their courses of study successfully. But the true essence of their greatness will be in the skills not found in the medical books. You will influence the level of empathy expressed, the respect for life and patient choice, and the importance of being earnest.
Meanwhile, President and CEO of Adtalem Global Education, Lisa Wardell, estimates that the university will inject some $55 to $65 million into the Barbados economy annually. She disclosed that the construction phase of the process provided work for some 1,000 Barbadians, and 40 others have gotten permanent employment with the university, with that number expected to grow. Wardell says her company has also expanded its partnership here in other areas.
But we also have a financial services group and membership organization. We've established the first Caribbean chapter of that association, which is the Association of Certified Anti-Money Laundering Specialists, known as ACAMS, and that is here in Barbados. That was just about 2 weeks ago. ACAMS is an organization, part of our Adtalem family, that provides anti-money laundering certification to help financial institutions and law enforcement fight financial crimes. And what better place for our first chapter and for our hub to be than here in Barbados, as the Prime Minister and her government and cabinet established this not only as an education hub, but a financial services hub for the region.
Meantime, Prime Minister Mia Mottley is not only happy that Ross University chose Barbados as its new home, but that her cabinet also took the risk.
We're taking the risk of understanding that when asked, would you give up this building within 6 months to become the home of a major university, my government took the risk. When asked, could we see ourselves not just facilitating the education, but the accommodation and transport and living of an additional 1,500 to 1,600 people in this country, not a year from now, but within less than 6 months from July, we said yes, and we took the risk. And we took the risk because we believe that within us lay the virtue of building partnerships.
Barbadians are paying less for gasoline and diesel. Gasoline decreased by 11 cents and now retails at $3.60, while diesel decreased by 17 cents and now costs $3 per litre. The price of kerosene and liquefied petroleum gas remains the same.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
In news from the region, all schools in Trinidad and Tobago will reopen today. That assurance from Education Minister Anthony Garcia in the face of challenges to repairs made over the vacation period following damage done to several education plans in 2018 due to natural disasters.
So I am reasonably certain that all our schools will be open and everything will be ready so that our students and our teachers can operate in an environment that is conducive to learning and teaching.
Education Minister Anthony Garcia is assuring the country that all the necessary steps have been taken to ensure all students return to classes on week 1 of the new school term, but admitted they did encounter significant problems during vacation repairs following last year's major earthquake which preceded heavy flooding.
There were a number of challenges, but most of those challenges have been overcome. We recognize that a large number of our schools are old, they're aged, and very often we will have some difficulties and some problems. Because of the shift of the earth, a lot of schools had their sewer lines damaged, and again that caused some disruption.
And finally, on the international scene, United States President Donald Trump doubles down on threats to build a signature wall. We get the details in this report from Reuters Television.
I may declare a national emergency dependent on what's going to happen over the next few days.
President Donald Trump on Sunday renewing his threat to circumvent Congress and use the military to construct a wall on the U.S. southern border if shutdown talks don't go his way. But Trump again offered up one concession, that the wall be steel instead of the originally proposed concrete.
The barrier or the wall can be of steel instead of concrete. If that helps people, it may be better.
The partial government shutdown is now in its 3rd week, and Trump's new acting chief of staff, Mick Mulvaney, said in a Sunday morning interview that it's likely to drag on much longer. Congressional Democrats are at an impasse with Trump over more than $5 billion to fund construction of a border wall.
This shutdown hurts. It ought to end. It ought to end quickly.
But Democrats have signaled they could accept a funding deal that avoids a concrete wall and provides money for a steel barrier instead.
And that's news. But for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Fernella Wedderburn. Good morning.